We are in Burlington today, being joined by Garage Kings. The owner is joining me, Rachel. These guys are hard at work behind us.
They are.
Maybe give us a little bit of overview of what Garage Kings does and kind of how you guys go through the process.
So we take a yucky looking garage floor and we make it pretty.
Nice.
If there's any pitting or damage, any cracks, if you look, you can see some of the cracks that we have filled.
Yes.
So we come in and we diamond grind it to make it look almost like a new cement floor. And that smooths everything out. Then we do any repairs. And once the repairs are filled, we'll do a vacuum, we do an alcohol wipe. So basically, we have to really dry out the floor. And that's what's going to give longevity to the floor and a successful pouring of the floor.
Okay. Oh, is that what they're kind of mixing up right now? Is what's going to be going on top of all of that?
Exactly. So that's called polyspartic.
Okay.
And polyspartic is a very durable, long-lasting product. We use top of the line products because we want a long-lasting floor for you. We don't want you to call us in, a year or two saying, oh, there's some chips and flakes and cracks.
Yeah.
Like the way that we do our process and the products that we use will ensure a long life, and that's what people want.
And now it's not all done by hand, correct? Or is it?
No, they'll
just doing the kind of corners and the edges.
Yeah, and then they'll pour. You'll see them pour the liquid all over the floor, and then they kind of like squeegee and roll it out.
Oh, that's kind of fun.
Yeah,
there must be some sort of satisfying, procedure in that for sure.
And then the most fun part is when they broadcast the flakes. So you'll see them flying through the air, and we use 100%. Like we cover the floor 100% with the flakes, so that it's got that look where if there's any dirt or any little scratches, the flakes kind of camouflage that.
You'll see it.
Yeah, so it's always looking good, essentially, as long as you take care of it.
People underestimate the look of a nice garage. They really do.
They really do, because we get a lot of wows when the floor is done, a lot. Yeah, and we have neighbors coming over all the time. They'll come and watch the guys doing the job, and then they're asking us to come over. We, in fact, have done 5 houses just on this street.
Amazing.
I know.
Okay, well, coming up, we're going to take a look a little bit more about the process of the rolling and the flaking, and we're also going to take a look at some garages that are completely finished, and we're going to get that wow factor. So stay with us. There's lots more coming up on Morning Live. Okay, the rolling has started here in the garage. They've put down, what's that called?
Polyspartic, it's our base coat.
Okay, that is the base coat. So that is the first coat. They've done the edges. And what's with the shoes, Rachel? Those are like
They're pretty funny
Crocs.
looking, I know. So the shoes will prevent the, there's spikes on the shoes. So it prevents the guys' shoes from marking up the floor while they're doing it.
It's almost like they're floating.
Yeah, it's like they're almost like really industrial soccer cleats or something, right?
Yeah, they're hilarious looking.
It's a sport now.
Yeah, and I mean, they're wearing protective face gear, and this is something that once it dries, it'll be safe for anyone to have.
Absolutely, yes. It's just while they're coating at that time, and it dries so quickly. So you'll see that they have to broadcast the flakes quite soon after they've poured the base layer.
Okay.
We also will do a top coat as a UV protectant.
So you'll do this, then you'll do the flakes, and they'll go flying around. We're going to show that coming up in the next segment.
Yeah.
And then they do a top coat on top of that to seal everything in.
Exactly. And in between coats, once we broadcast the flakes, we do a 4-way scrape so that any loose flakes are vacuumed up and they're not going to stick out. And,
okay. So you're not like, it's my garage flaking?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's super smooth texture.
Yeah.
It looks incredible. Like, it just looks like a skating rink right now. Yeah, I'm just watching them do it, being like, well, that looks like fun. Can I try that?
Right.
The homeowner would say no for sure.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so we've got the base layer almost complete. We're going to show you what it looks like to fly the flakes coming up in just a few moments. Okay, what you are watching them do now is called flaking. This is such a process. Rachel, tell me why people wouldn't want to do their garage on their own.
Well, that's a really good question. A big part of it is the prep. If you don't prep the garage floor properly, you won't get a long-lasting floor. So, we have a diamond grinder machine. It's a big machine, and I know most people don't have those.
No.
So they can't really grind off that top surface of the
to get it smooth.
Exactly. So we have a lot of clients who have attempted to do the garage themselves, and then it starts, within a very short period of time.
They call you.
Yeah, they're like, can you come and help me with my garage floor? So we actually can grind off anything that's existing on the floor, and then start from scratch and give them long life to it, right? That's huge. So we offer a 10-year warranty on the base coating and the top coat. So the base package.
This looks like a really fun job.
I know,
like,
right?
I'm just gonna say that.
I know. It almost looks sparkly.
Yeah, it looks like a fun job. It's like they're throwing glitter.
Right.
Okay, so you've got the 10-year warranty, and
Yes.
then do you have a one that's a little bit longer than that?
Yeah, so if they do a double coat, then they'll get a 21-year warranty. So that just means that down the road, if there starts to have issues coming up from underneath of the floor, and there's chunks coming up, anything like that, then we would come and repair it. If it was a lot of issues, then it's on us to completely start over and do the floor again for them.
Right.
We haven't had to do that yet.
Oh, that's great.
Yes.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yes, yes, and that's why we take such good care when we do the prep, so that we know it's going to last longer. There's not going to be a lot of issues.
Yeah, and in Canada, I mean, we deal with road conditions that deteriorate because of the heating and the cooling cycles, but what about salt? Like, road
Yes,
salt is a huge
yes.
thing.
It's huge, and it's a big part of why garage floors kind of look not great, right?
Yeah, is that why they deteriorate so
Exactly.
quickly?
So the benefit with this is that if there's salt that's on your car and you pull into the garage, sorry, the salt's not going to affect the floor at all. Prevents it from ruining the floor. So that's a huge, huge thing. Again, long, long life to your garage floor, and it adds value to your property too.
Yeah, I bet. I
Yeah.
mean, my garage looks horrible. Absolutely. And I'm looking at this, I'm like, oh, I see why you're doing 4 to 5
Yeah.
houses on the same street, because as soon as you walk by and you look in and you think, oh, that's their garage? I want a garage that looks like that.
Yes, neighbors love to come by.
Yeah, I bet. Okay, well, coming up, we're going to show you the finished product, how great it looks, back on Morning Live with Garage Kings. Back with Garage Kings, and we've come to the final product. This is what it looks like when all the hard work has been completed. Rachel, tell me a little bit about the finished floor. It looks almost too good to drive.
Yeah.
Like,
You
I'd be
almost
nervous to walk on
don't want to
it
put
even.
anything in here, right?
Yeah.
So we did gravel. That's the color that we've done here.
It's very
and you
pretty.
can see we've gone up the sidewall. A lot of people choose to go up the sidewall. You don't have to, but the benefit to that is the cleaning. So if you want to just hose your garage out, you're not going to get the cement wall all wet, make it look messy. Instead, you know, you can clean it with a mop, squeegee, what have you. It's so easy to keep maintained.
Yeah, low maintenance.
It is, and if you do have a spill, like a huge benefit of doing the garage with this product is that you're not going to get any moisture coming from the floor up.
Okay.
Right? It's going to stop that.
That's great
So
for
if you got
flooding.
a classic car, a lot
Yeah.
of times classic cars get rusty from being in garages with all the moisture because the floor is so porous. So it prevents that from happening. We have a lot of clients that have these really beautiful cars that want to protect the car and make the floor look good as a kind of showcase piece, right?
Now, if you do have a spill, something like an oil or something greasy, or
Yeah.
you know, will it just wipe off?
Yep, just soap and water, clean it up. As long as you treat it right away, like you don't leave it for 6 months, that might have an issue.
yeah.
But yeah, if you just maintain it,
Take care of it.
Take
like
care
you
of
would
it.
every other floor in your house.
exactly, like
Yeah.
a kitchen floor, right? You have
Yeah.
a spill, you're gonna clean it up.
Of course.
Yeah.
Now, you do other things other than the floor and the sidewalls. You do stairs, porches, that kind of thing?
Yes, so we do stairs, we do patios, porches, walkways, basements.
Okay.
We also offer other products for the garages. We have slat wall available now.
Amazing.
And we have some beautiful cabinets, which they glide so smoothly. Like
Yeah.
you see them and they look good, but when you use them, they just feel good.
Oh, yeah.
And you can use whatever color of handle you want. So you can kind of coordinate the color of the handle of the
nice.
cabinets to the floor.
So your garage is just totally stylish.
Yeah,
I love
yeah,
that.
Exactly.
I love that. Okay, so lots to do with Garage Kings. They do porches, they do stairs, they do floors. It'll make your garage look absolutely incredible. Thank you so much for hanging out with us
Yeah,
today
of course.
and showing
Thank
us
you for
this.
coming.
Beautiful. They've got tons of locations. Your website?
www.garagekings.com. You can request a free estimate through the website.
Amazing.
Yeah, and you can actually you can take a picture of your space, whether it's a patio or garage.
Yeah, and then see what it looks like.
Upload it and then choose the different colors to see because that's probably the hardest decision to make is what color to do the floor.
Totally.
So, yeah. And we do custom colors as well, by the way. So we did a Harley Davidson themed floor the other day. We've done maple leaves. We can do
Wow.
logos. Yeah,
That's
we've got
awesome.
so many colors available. It's very versatile.
Right, well, the choice is yours at garagekings.com.